Morning and welcome back to another Mahner Farms video. Today we're going to be doing some chores. I just got some stuff I got to get done around the yard. Should be a little bit of tractor work, a little bit of tool work, all that sort of stuff. So we should just be jumping around as I get things done. I'll try to remember to take clips. I wanted the next video on the channel to be the one of a chicken coop I'm building, but that's taken too long and now we got delayed by some weather. It's going to rain off and on this week and I don't want to have it outside because I didn't finish the roof before the rain started back up again. So hopefully that'll be coming soon and that'll be a cool video because it's a really cool project and it's turning out really cool. So that should be coming soon, but I wanted to be able to get something up on the channel in the interim. So I got some chores I have to get done around the farm today. Those will be in the video. So let's just start it off with a small one. So the first little chore for today is going to be a little alteration to my trailer here. I want to be able to use this to haul in some scrap here soon, and I have this nice removable side that I really like on this trailer for like putting things on with forks or something like that. But I want to bring it into the, I want to be able to haul in a bunch of scrap to the scrapyard, and I don't want to have to take that off because it's nice having the walls, but I also don't want it to get picked up by the magnet every single time I go through there. So I got to drill a little hole. I'm going to start with a pilot hole and then go a little bit bigger. So hopefully I can put a bolt or a clip or something through there that'll hold that removable section of the railing on, when I go to the scrapyard. So that's what we're starting with today. Started with an 1/8 inch hole. Now we're going to move her up to skip up to 9/64. I don't want to go too fast because this is relatively tough steel here. I'll go up another 2 steps to 11/64. Let's see if we can pop her all the way up to 7/32. Good news is we took it slow enough that it's going smoothly. The bigger we get, the easier they're going in. We'll go to 5/16. And now we'll go up to our final size in this kit, which is a 3/8, which is the size I wanted to get it to, because that's the size that I want to use for a pin. Hole's drilled. Alright, so we just went and grabbed a 3/8 inch by 1 inch long bolt, 5/16 washer, and a 3/8 nut. Alright, so since it fits in there, we're actually going to snug this down. I would have used a clip with a connected ring, but all we had was smaller ones, like 1/4 inch ones, and I wanted to use a nice thick one so it would actually be strong. I don't want this coming loose while I'm driving around picking up scrap and going down into the scrapyard and everything, so we're going to snug it on. So we'll still have removable wall, it'll just be, a little bit less removable. So we got our 9/16 wrench and ratchet. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Yeah, see, it'll still wiggle down on this end, but there's no way that's pulling out. Alright, next thing I'm thinking about doing today is cleaning out the heifer barn. The cow manure in there is getting so deep it's actually hard to move gates open and closed, and we've been kind of waiting for the guy that's renting it and using it for his cows to, do it, but they haven't done it all year. So I kind of got to get at it, and plus I want to put some gravel down in front of the opening there because it's getting real muddy, so I kind of want to scoop some of that dirt and crap out, pile it up, I guess, over to the side because I'm sure they'll want to use the manure, and then I'll put some gravel down in front of the barn so it'll be easier to drive in and out of there anyway. But first I'll have to move the 62 and the flatbed. I parked it there the other day just to get it out of the way of where I was. Now it's in my way again, so let's move that. Well, that was fun. I should have brought the camera over there. I had to do the old wrench to the starter thing to get her going. And so that's what we're going to be dealing with. So as you can hopefully see, not only is the ground in front of the barn here very, very muddy and kind of wet, and you sink in quite a ways there, but also inside the barn, the cow shit has gotten incredibly deep. Like at one point, it's probably over 2 feet deep, for basically from the very front where my dad scooped out a couple scoops of the spring for the garden all the way to the back. It's just packed deep. Now I can't get up into the upper stalls with the 68 and the loader. That requires either removing by hand. Well, I mean, you probably could do it with the 68, but it's really tight, so it's not fun. Most people do it with a skid steer. I don't have a skid steer, so I'm at least going to do the main path if I can get it today. But first I'm going to trying to kind of scoop out this soft stuff in front. So I'm actually going to close off the pasture gate to keep the cows from getting in and out of here so I can just keep this gate open. But that's what we're going to do. So there you go. I closed off that gate over there. The cows are all currently back in that section of the pasture. So this section is no longer containing any cows. There's none in the barn. So now I should be able to drive in and out of here, and I just open this gate without having to, worry about the cows getting out, ideally. Now we're going to want to start up the 68, and that's what we're going to be using today, because as you can probably tell, that's our loader tractor. So let's see, hopefully it starts up. Well, I sure would have liked to get more done than that, but as I got in there, I lost most of my bucket operation, so I'm guessing the hydraulic fluid just got too overheated. So we'll have to wait a bit and then try again later. So I guess I'll just switch the fence back around and let the cows get back to their business. They'll mull around, put some more poop in there for us. And now what I'm thinking, while we're waiting for the tractor to cool down and possibly another operator so I can just record and get better angles and stuff, because that'll probably make more entertaining video, I'm thinking maybe I'll do these doors here because I have the materials for them and I don't have anything else to do right at this moment. So basically these are the front doors for the barn. My grandfather built them way back when, so it's just a two-sided door. One of them has a full-length bolt that I'll show you from the other side that latches shut, and then the other one just connects to it. They work pretty good, but they've been kind of falling apart since I was born, at least. I remember them always needing to be held shut with metal. So I'm thinking I should rebuild some new ones so that they actually just hold themselves shut and that they're not all falling apart and letting rodents and stuff in. So yeah, basic construction. 2 layers of 1-inch boards. These are tongue and groove. I'm not going to worry about that because, if I use screws, it should hold together better than this one ever did. And looking from the inside, like I said, you can see that we have that full length bolt on the one side that's supposed to go into the top and bottom. It hasn't gone into the top for a really long time, and it gets stuck on the bottom. So my goal would be to be able to reuse all of the latching hardware. So the hinges on the side are held on with bolts. I can take those out. And then the handle for the front is a fairly standard handle, and this I should be able to pull out and straighten out. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I don't think it'll actually take me that long. And there we're finished. We got our doors all put together and they even open and close. So for the first time in my entire life, we can close this front door. Well, I mean, without propping something against it. So that's exciting. The only thing that it took me a while to realize is that there's actually no interior doorknob. So I'm wondering if it literally never worked. But I'll just buy a two-sided doorknob and replace that one. But that's where we're going to end it for today. I was planning on going back to my tractor job that I was working on earlier, but it's actually kind of dark now and getting pretty late. So I guess I'll have to save that for another day. So that's all. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.